Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and it is a fantastic Wednesday. You hear me? I can't even speak today. That's because I've got some great news to share with you guys. According to Dateline, they just announced Fox just signed on for a season 4 of The Masked Singer. I'm so excited. They didn't give much information about season 4, but we got to learn that season 4 is in the works. It's going to happen this fall. I am just beyond excited. Look, we'll talk about this more in a second. I know right now YouTube just sent a full-blown ping out to all of my subscribers here on YouTube. So the channel is going to start building up. We have 120 people watching right now. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you comment where you're joining us from, because I like to see where everyone's from. Sometimes I get people from countries that I'm like, you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're watching me at 3 in the morning? Come on, right? Anyway, so join me and right where you're coming from. I'm right now in Wildwood, New Jersey, not in New York City today, at least not for a while. I know here in the state of New Jersey, they just announced that everything's staying closed until June 6th. So that pushes back when Julia can open up her business and when I could go back to work in New York City. So here we go. We have people coming in. We have Utah, Ohio, Syracuse, North Dakota, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Oregon, Tennessee, Ohio again, Florida, Wisconsin, Atlanta, Mexican, Maryland, North Jersey. Hey, North Jersey. Stay strong. We've got someone from Scotland. It's midnight there. Check that out. We've got Matt from England. We've got Laura from Germany. Check that out. We get Australia. We get Carly from Toronto, Canada. Pretty cool. We've got Wales. Oh, that's pretty cool. Dubai? Really, Dubai? That's pretty cool. We have UK. We have Salt Lake City, South Carolina, Vermont, Vietnam. Hi, Vietnam. Or was it Robin Williams? Good morning, Vietnam. I think I said that wrong. I have to grab the microphone. And good morning, Vietnam. This is one of my many microphones I have. This is my traveling mic. It's really not that good. When you get like a cheap $100 mic, the quality's okay on it. It's not amazing. So when I do voiceovers and things, this gets by, but it doesn't really work out too well. So we've got a lot of different countries in the house today, a lot of different states. Thank you so much for joining me. It really is a fantastic night. Besides us getting a 1-hour episode where one person's getting revealed, we're getting After the Mask, which there's a lot of famous people going to join us. Donny Osmond's going to be on the show. I love Donny. He was amazing as the Peacock and probably one of my all-time favorites on the show just because it's Donny Osmond. Really, it's Donny Osmond. I love Donny. So we have that going for us. Plus, we get an interview for whoever's getting revealed tonight, who we're going to talk about in a minute. And we do know that person is going to sing for us, just like Hunter did before, and Brett Michaels. I'm going to say his name backwards. It's what happens when you have 2 first names for names. But thank you so much for joining me on my live stream. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. As you can tell, I've got a ton of energy today. I've had plenty of coffee, and I actually just got making soup for dinner tonight for Julia and I. And if I run my fingers through my hair like crazy, I apologize. It's so long, it's kind of getting crazy. It's kind of getting crazy. So if you guys have any questions for me, especially if you're watching during the show, you can go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at Joey Contino or follow me on there. I put a lot of Masked Singer and behind the scenes stuff on there. If you're just joining us, Deadline just announced that there's going to be a season 4 for The Masked Singer happening in the fall, which in my mind means that they think Hollywood's going to be able to open up soon, because I know they started opening up Hollywood, at least California, this past Monday. It means that they already have their contestants lined up, and it means more than likely they'll be filming the show in May, probably not May. Well, we'll say June and partial of July, and probably go maybe until September, October. Probably they'll film the season finale near the time where they actually air the season premiere. So it's exciting now. We can finally say we're getting a season 4. Now, just kind of reading what's going on here. Actually, let me read this article real quick with you. They say that the conditions allow for that they plan on production in early August. So I'm sorry, they are producing it almost at the same time while they're airing it, which is kind of cool because that's kind of what they did this beginning. We do know that Nick Cannon is going to be hosting. When it comes to the judges, we still have all the same judges. So Ken, Jenny, Nicole, and Robin are still going to be around. And we do know that a lot of celebrities are going to be coming back for guest judges. We know they talked about Bella Thorne, Shaka Khan, Lil Wayne. So maybe we'll have some of them come on. Who knows at the second. The good news, according to the new rankings for the TV shows, it's done by Neeson, they announced that it turns out that The Masked Singer won Thursday nights overall for the whole entire quarter. That just shows you how many people watch the show and are addicted like us. Because as Nick says in his after show, there's a lot of super fans out there. And not to kind of point out the obvious, but super fan. So I'm very happy for season 4. I do have a leak on some of the costumes for season 4, but I'm going to wait because last time I leaked it, it caused a lot of problems, and I really just want to just hold back just a little bit. Lately, I do have to say, we've been giving a lot of backlash to Fox and The Masked Singer because they've been leaking so much information this season. I don't know if it's because we're in quarantine and people are getting sloppy with their work. Maybe we just got better at our jobs. We're catching on to things. But like today, they already technically spoiled who's going to get revealed. We'll talk about that in a minute. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. And earlier this month, obviously, last month, we talked about who we think is going to win the entire show because of something they did. And last week, we knew who was going to be revealed because of a mistake. So I think that if Fox is watching, which we do know that Fox does watch this YouTube channel, which, hello, Fox, how are you? They need to, next year, maybe make the show not have 18 contestants in it because this season felt like it went on forever. They need to go ahead and make things a little more tighter ship when it comes to what they give the press. And see, how about you go ahead and don't reveal who's going to win the entire show on a T-shirt because people like me are going to catch on to that. So anyway, Nala's actually trying to break into the door. Nala, what are you doing? She just broke a piece off the door.
Sorry.
Julia is.
I didn't stop her in time.
Julia is supposed to be watching our baby.
I'm sorry.
And now she just broke a piece of the door. This is what her cat look. I made this into my little studio.
Here's the door.
And she's ripping it. These panel doors are from like the 70s, okay? She's ripping off the panel. Now I have to super glue this, Nala. She doesn't care.
I just hope that your parents aren't watching.
Mom and Dad are probably watching. Oh, Nala. Last week we had Welcome to Hell, Charlie. Now we have Nala ripping down doors.
She misses her daddy.
I know she misses her daddy. Man, we get a lot of distractions during this live stream. Anyway, so what would your ideal amount of costumes on the show? Or how many contestants do you really want to see next year on the show? Because I'm going to do another video talking about them being renewed probably on Friday, which, by the way, Julia and I are doing another live stream on Friday, probably at 7 o'clock. So if you want to join in, let me know. You can shoot us questions online in advance or whatever. But how many? I mean, Orlena says 16. Captain Shotgun says 21. 21 might be a little too big, and then I'd have to buy a new board. I don't think I'd want to do that. We get 12, 10, 16, 20, 14, 20. More SmackDowns. Yes, I would love more SmackDowns. I think the SmackDown episodes are probably by far my favorite episodes. I don't know why. It gets your heart pounding. Like you really want your favorite contestant to really, SmackDown well. 14, 12, 15, 16, 12, 15, 14, 16. So I want to tell you what I think. 18 was a little too much. If they want to do 18, which I think, it realistically is a cool number. If they plan on doing 18, they need to condense it, not into this spread out. Keep in mind, we started this show Super Bowl Sunday. It's now May 6th. This is almost what? We have February to March, March to April, April to May. We're 3 months, and we still have 3 more weeks left. So you have to say to yourself, March 20th is the end, May 20th is the end. They need to either condense it more or have 2-hour long shows or have 2 episodes a week if you're going to do 18. Maybe have 1 week where you have all the contestants split up in 2 different dates. I don't know. But this kind of felt like a little too long to me that, I almost feel like there's 2 different seasons. So, I mean, a lot of you guys are giving me some great answers here. 16 bracket style. Maybe division it off like the NFL does. Have an East Coast versus West Coast going against each other, and then them going against each other to get to them. That would be kind of cool. So, I mean, I get it. There are different ways of doing this show. Izzy, who's the executive producer in the show, I know is going to be changing a little bit of the way that they're doing things. I'm excited for the changes. They're not released yet, so I can't really talk about much about them, especially because I really don't even know yet. Everything's still up in the air, considering that they probably already have who they're going to be on the show for next year, but they still need to make the costumes. They still need to get the dances together. They need to then start filming things. So August is what they're going for filming production. So that tells us that July is when they're making the costumes and they're starting to go ahead and actually bring people on the set, try on costumes, do the dance moves, learn how to do the voice coaching and things like that. So Alvin's saying the ultimate SmackDown for the finale. That would be amazing. Having all 4, I mean, we're assuming that it could be 4 for the final episode, but it also could be 3. So pretty cool. So let's go ahead and read some of your comments that are coming in before we get into the pitch correct audio and going through my guesses. Let's see. Galvin says he's a Let's see here. Let's go through here. Someone says if we see a corn on the show, it's definitely Eddie Murphy. That's funny. Let's see. So Ravens fan says that filming in August seems like a plan that also means that we'll be able to go ahead and have the show go on. Like we'll be able to watch the show, and while we're watching the show, they're still recording in the background. So that's pretty good. And they said, one of the people here, it looks like this is Ahim Walker, says it would be kind of cool if they could go ahead and somehow sneak Ken onto the show as a singer while also being a judge. Like, wouldn't that be funny? I think that'd be kind of cool, right? They would just kind of cut him out as they're judging. James says, do you think it would ever be possible for season 4 to have more than 20 plus contestants? I don't think so. I really, truly don't think so. But I do know it's caught the attention of many A-list celebrities. I mean, even Mariah Carey talked about watching the show and liking the show. So that just really gives you an idea on how popular the show is. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm actually surprised that there weren't more A-list celebrities knowing that so many were interested in it. So let's go through your questions here. Ken will get himself wrong. That would be funny. If Ken was on the show, he would definitely guess himself wrong. So now, let's go through everything we know tonight. The top 5. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why we do it that way, but that's the sound. So let me step aside so we can check out the board. Our top 5, our kitty. We have, there's the kitty over here. We have the turtle. We have the night angel. We have the rhino. And we have El Fraga. I don't know if that's Spanish or Italian, so we're just going to go with that. We have these guys going against each other in the ultimate battle. I'm really excited because, to be honest with you, we've been so far for this top 9 up here. Not only did we guess the person right, we've gotten the right order for all of them. Might end tomorrow. Might end next week because I think next week we're fighting about who we think are going to be the next person eliminated in the top 4. But spoilers, if you don't want any spoilers, which if you don't want any spoilers, I don't know why you're here. But spoiler alert, for who I think is going home is the kitty. I've been saying this for weeks on end, and my whole mindset behind it was, while she's extremely talented, remember, this is more of a guessing game. You know, that's why Masked is first versus the singer. It's more about guessing versus the singing aspect of it. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, Kitty is probably out of everyone on here has the best vocal range, has the most experience when it comes to singing, so it makes sense for her to go next. And look, when it comes to my guess, I'm still sticking to Jackie. Jackie Ivanko. Ivanko? I always say last names wrong. I always say every name wrong, right, Nala? Thank God I could say your name right. That's why we made it so easy. Nala is staring at me from across the room, just eyes wide, trying to figure out what I'm doing. But yes, going with Jackie the kitty to be eliminated tonight. And unfortunately, and this is what I was talking to you guys about earlier about Fox spoiling so much of the show. Fox kind of already announced that she had won, and it bothers me. What do I mean about this is that when you go ahead on their YouTube channel, which I'm going to do right now because I'm going to show you it. Type in Masked Singer. Oh, I do come up as number 2 when you type in Masked Singer. Kind of cool, thank you. When you type in Masked Singer, you click on the preview for tonight. Okay, let me open it. They actually uploaded a bunch of new videos all of 55 minutes ago. But let me fast forward this to the... Come on, stop it. Okay, let's flip it this way. Maybe it might help out. That's not... Oh, I think they got rid of it. Wait a minute. I wonder if they got rid of the preview because it pissed off so many people. Oh my God, they got rid of it. They actually took it offline. Well, I wanted to share this with you, but I can't now because it looks like it's not online anymore. Because it had originally said like after the mask, and it had Ken. I mean, it had Sorry, Ken just popped up on my thing. It had Nick Cannon coming on saying, "And join us for After the Mask," and it showed a panel with the person getting revealed on the right-hand side, but it was blurred out. And then they again showed it in full screen, and you could tell that it was a blonde-headed girl. And it was like, you really couldn't blur it anymore? Like, oh my God. It's like, come on, dude. Someone got really sloppy with your work. Don't do that. I mean, it's bad enough you got people like me who's spoiling the show for a lot of people, but you're Fox. You're not supposed to be doing that to people. So, yeah, it's a bummer. That's why that kind of just reaffirms that if you don't think it's Jackie, it's definitely someone who is a white female with blonde hair. So it's just insane. So did anyone else see that video? Yeah, Leo says he saw that preview. Jaden says he saw that preview. Ortega is right. Or Lena's right, saying that you should just not even show the block. You could just put a big question mark in front of it saying, and the winner tonight's going to be performing on the show tonight. Only here on Fox. Once again, they are definitely ruining things for themselves. R. Munez says, yeah, they actually deleted it. But it was too late because it was online for 4 hours. And there's a big Reddit forum on The Masked Singer. And let me tell you, they were ripping Fox apart. They went to town. Just like going crazy. Here, give me 1 second. Hey, Jewel, can you check on the soup? Oh, thank you. Sorry, as a good husband. My wife, even though she's in quarantine, somehow obtained this weird thing that a chef cooks for her every night. That's why if you go on my Instagram, I put a lot of food photos up. I actually cook really good food. Yesterday we had lobster ravioli. So here we go. Yeah. So they went ahead and just completely spoiled it. And people just lost it. Someone said, I'm having doubts about the show. It's only because of poor editing for the previews. You would think they'd be more careful to hide this kind of blank from an audience that's supposed to look for every minute details. But there's also the notion that it's rigged. So they're going back and forth between whether or not it's rigged or the spoiler. Someone else says, who has this show made you feel less important by watching it? Meaning, and I think he was meaning by this, saying that, do you feel like watching the show and then seeing them kind of mess up make you kind of feel like they really don't care anymore? look, it's a hard kind of thing to go back and forth. It does bother me that they have let out so much information. I know they did say in the beginning of the season they're going to make it a little bit easier for people, but like, come on, you really need to be on top of your job. We're 20 minutes in. Let me go ahead and pause for 1 second and make sure if you haven't done so yet, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. I like to put up a lot of different kind of videos besides the Masked Singer videos, which we only have 3 weeks left. After that, Julie and I are going back to our goofy, fun little vlog videos. And on top of that, I'll do singing videos. And Julie and I are doing live feed videos on Fridays. So you can join us this Friday at 7 p.m. where you can ask us a bunch of questions. You can ask Julia questions about Ukraine because that's where she's from. You can ask her about her job. Ask me whatever you want. Last week and the week before, most of you guys only wanted to ask Julia questions. I get it. You see me a lot. She's pretty. She's beautiful. You'd rather see her. I get it. But yeah, so you could join us for those live streams. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like this video. So let me go ahead and go through this. So the show is going to be reading some of your questions as they come up. Alvin says, how come Fox is doing clues for the Masked Singer that are harder, but really they're still too easy for us to solve? So, according to Hunter Hayes, who gave a lot of interviews this past week, there is one thing that I was mentioned on, we'll talk about in a minute. He was talking about how they actually make the clues for each character. He said that one day he spoke to a producer and they asked him really, really, really hard questions and to give them some kind of like things that like give us something that a lot of people know about you. So that's like album titles, maybe how many gold records or Emmys or things you can look online. Then they said, tell us some things that only your fans would know. So he went through like, oh, they would definitely know that the inside cover was this, if Code Red or Code Warning was this and that. This is a lyric from my song that not many people know about. And then they said, now tell us some clues about yourself that only your family members know. Which is like, huh? He even said it was kind of weird because they took those clues and he's like, I don't know anyone that would know those things. So it is kind of interesting on how they made it easier because they at least came up with those 3 different tiers of clues. So the everyday Joe would get them, and then us researchers would get the middle ones, and then the other hard ones would be things that would be either throwing us off or really not giving us any idea who it is. Like there was some weeks on the show where I came on here with you guys and I was just like, they gave this clue and I have no idea how it relates to this person. And at the end of the day, it turns out that I'm not an idiot. They came up with really, really hard questions and really hard clues. So let's go through some of your comments here. And yes, they are from now on, they're calling Hunter Hayes now Astro. And he actually said that he would be glad to go ahead and take that nickname, Astro. Someone is asking me in the comment section if Ken ever got back to me. Well, for those who have no idea what this person is talking about a week and a half ago. Look at me, I'm now developing a broken English. My English has gotten bad. When I'm tired, I really can't speak. A week and a half ago, we reached out to Ken's publicist because I really want to get him on this YouTube channel as a guest. I would love to pick his brain. I'm a big Community fan, which is a show he was on NBC. And so I would love to have him on here. Unfortunately, they declined. They politely declined. It wasn't anything bad. He's too busy right now. So we went ahead and sent him a tweet about a week and a half ago asking him to be on here. And I asked you guys to go ahead and retweet it like wildfire. And I know a lot of you guys keep on saying, please do it again so that we could try to go ahead and retweet him. So, with that said, let's give this a go. We're half an hour before the show. His phone's going to start blowing up, and I know for a fact he might see it. So let's go ahead and put this tweet together. I'll just make it generic, okay? We'll do, hey, Ken. Hey, Ken, my fans would love for you to stop by on my YouTube channel. You say YouTube show about the masks, about the at Mask Singer. Mask Singer. Why did UK come up? Mask Singer on Fox. Hey, crew. Say hey to Ken. My phone doesn't even. I think my speaking, my phone is now getting what I'm saying wrong because it says, "Hey, Care, say hi to Ken." It's like, what? I'm gonna say, "Hey, crew, say hey to Ken." So I just put that out. Hashtag Mask Singer. Mask Singer Fox. Boom. All right. So I just put that tweet out. So if you find it, comment it, retweet it, like it, do all those things you gotta do. Mention Ken in it. Let's see if we can get him on there. I really would love to see him on here. He seems like a fun dude. So there you go. You can jump on Twitter right now at Joey Cantino, retweet it, like it, comment it, and we'll send it on its way. We got our first one in there already. Awesome. So let's dive right back into this. So once again, I'm going through all these characters, and I want to go through with you guys the audio of them all, starting off with the kitty, as I know for a fact this person is getting revealed tonight. Thank you, Fox. Why are you ruining it for people, Fox? So the pitch correct audio, for those who have no idea, maybe you're new to this YouTube channel, maybe you stumbled upon this because you need 3 hours of The Masked Singer every Wednesday night, meaning an hour with me, an hour with the show, and an after show, not with me. So what I do on this show is very different. I take all of the audio from the clue packages or when they're talking to the celebrities, I take that audio and I manipulate it. The way that Fox does it is this. They realize that if the celebrity is really talking out loud, you can recognize their voice right away. Maybe they have some kind of characteristic in their voice, maybe an accent, maybe a little slur, maybe like me, can't speak normal. And so they figured that they would pitch up their voices and speed it up so that way you have no idea who it is. Now, realistically, it makes sense. You know, you would have no idea who it is. But doing what I do, I'm an executive audio producer. It's my job to make sure my audio is good for my clients. And when it's bad, I have to make it sound good. In this case, it's pitching audio. It's pitching audio from their sped up, pitched up version to a slowed down and normal pitch. And so we've been doing this since week 1 of season 1 of The Masked Singer. We've gotten them all right with the exception of one last season, the Eagle, Dr. Drew, which was funny because they brought him back last week and I was laughing because I'm like, the one guy, I didn't get, and they brought him back. And so long story short, with the clues and the audio, we can determine who's under the mask. And I know that it does take a lot of time to do it. Like to me, whenever a show gets done, I watch it again. Take about an hour and a half to do the research. I'll write up a script. I'll record the video. I'll edit the video, and then I'll put it online. That's why if you notice the video doesn't come out till like 6 o'clock the next day, it's a lot of work. I know a lot of corporations have a lot of people, a lot of staffers handling it, but I'm just me here. So just to give you an idea about the audio, I am going to go through all of the audio, but let's go through the kitty because I know she's getting revealed tonight. Here's the audio they gave us.
I present to you a clue that's literally a piece of cake. Okay. And just like me, it's super sweet and full of layers.
So now, to be honest with you, I didn't really like the pitch correct for her as much, but this is what it sounds like when you pitch correct it.
I present to you a clue that's literally a piece of cake. And just like me, it's super sweet and full of layers.
So if you watched my video recapping the show last week, I told you that audio did not sound right to me. I tried changing it even more and it still didn't sound right. So I went ahead and I decided to stick with the audio from a few weeks prior of the kitty talking. And that was this one. Here's the no pitch correct.
I love this game of mouse and cat that we play, but these should really help grease up your gears.
And here's the pitch correct version.
I love this game of mouse and cat that we play, but these should really help grease up your gears.
So to me, that sounded like one person. That sounded like Jackie. And I'm gonna go ahead and play just a little interview clip of her talking. That way you can actually hear the difference. Okay, if I can actually find her. Where's it at? I have her in here somewhere. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Come on, computer. When your computer doesn't want to work, it's very frustrating. Come on, computer. You right, Jewel? Making sure Julie's okay. Did you turn the soup off? No, it should be done soon. Should have been boiling for a while. Let it burn? And this is why you're not the chef. Let it burn? My gosh. Closing the door. Okay. So now, this is the interview clip that I have for Jackie. And you can compare this and that together. It's up to you. What is this? Why is this playing? The wrong thing is playing. Why is that playing? That was the reveal video I had for the for someone else. Why is the audio not working? Okay, so the audio doesn't want to work. Why is this not working? Sorry, guys. Sometimes, technology is no fun. Okay, I found the frog audio. Come on, Jackie. Where are you? Where are you, Jackie? Jackie. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So here's the audio we have for her talking.
I have recently been asked by the president-elect to perform the national anthem. And to me now.
So, to me, that sounds like her. I know I have that audio somewhere. Here we go.
I have recently been asked by the president-elect to perform the national anthem.
So you compare that audio to the audio that we had for her, which I'm going to use the week 12 audio just because it sounds, sometimes you just can't get it right. Sometimes they try to do something different. I feel like they do it differently for me, but compare that to this.
I love this game of mouse and cat.
And then compare it to this again.
I have recently been asked by the president-elect.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite obvious that is Jackie. So that's the system that we have here. That's what we've been doing. That's why we've gotten, I'm saying all 18 because I'm pretty sure I've gotten the other 3 correct so far. 18 this season. So let me go ahead and go through any of your questions while you have. Kim says, who do you think we get unmasked tonight? Once again, I'm going with Jackie, a.k.a. the kitty. And my kitty's on the bed over there biting my wife, which is really funny. You guys want to know who everyone is behind me? So with the turtle, I'm going with Jesse McCartney. We'll go through the audio in a minute. After that, we have the Night Angel. I'm going with Candy Burris. Once again, going through the audio in a minute. We have Rhino over here. I'm going with Barry Zito. It is not a guess that you guys like. Some of you guys like Sam Hunt. I know, Hunter, Sam Hunt. And the other ones you guys are thinking it's one of the guys from Florida, Georgia line. And then last and not least, who I think is going to win the show over here, the frog, Little Bow Wow. Come on. And Bow Wow. Whoever you want to call him. Little Bow Wow or Bow Wow. So, Buddy Guy says, I hope Turtle sings Graveyard. We do know they sing a couple other songs. They put up preview videos now about an hour ago. So if you go on their Instagram or their, what are you doing, Joel? Just trying to pick up the cat. If you go on their Instagram and or their YouTube page, they do have some of their videos. Pink State says, what happened to the masked dancer? I thought we were supposed to get that this year. I'm assuming they're just not going to do it, at least not yet. It seems that the masked singer is performing very well. They'll probably introduce that maybe in 2021. We'll see what happens. Sam says the Rhino seems to be the worst out of the top 5. I don't know. I think the Rhino is pretty good. And now you're kind of getting into questions about what's going to happen for the top 4. I mean, I've been saying that he's winning, definitely. And then you have to have a girl in the top 3, right? Like, you can't not have a girl in there. That's why I'm saying these 2 are definitely staying. That leaves the Turtle or the Rhino. And you can kind of switch them if you want. I just feel like the rhino would be in the top 3. I could be wrong. Look, I've been wrong before. At least with orders. This is the first time I've ever actually gotten the order right for everyone. For at least the top 9 so far, at least up to here so far. So the order really doesn't matter in my book. It's more or less who's under the mask. So even if I get the order wrong, but I get the person right, I'm counting that as a win. So Brad said this is moving too fast this season. I don't think so. I think it's moving just enough. Someone says, do you think Frog might sing Smooth Criminal? I have no idea. Let's see what's going on their YouTube page. By the way, if you haven't done so yet, we get a lot of people on the Twitter. If you haven't done so yet, jump on Twitter and retweet that tweet. That way we can definitely get Ken's attention. I love the kitten. You guys put a kitten on there. That's too adorable. You guys are awesome. You know that? You guys are awesome. So here you go. Let's go through here. Who is our third? I mean, right now, I'm more concerned about just who's in the top 3. Who would you, out of the top 4, who do you think is our top 3? Kaden, no, Ken did not get back to me yet. So who will leave next? Looks like a lot of you guys are really asking who's leaving tonight again. Once again, it's we're going with Kitty being pretty much leaving for the show tonight. So let's continue through the audio. We've got 4 more contestants to go. Who do you guys want to hear next? Okay, so it looks like we're going to go through the frog next. A lot of you guys love the frog. I mean, I think we're all safe to say that we all think it's Little Bow Wow, right? Right? Do you think it's anyone else? I mean, someone's saying Jamie Foxx, but that doesn't even the clues don't match up to Jamie Foxx at all. But here's the audio they gave us.
Well, I present to you my favorite dish. Okay. From the South. With a hint of hits. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Here's the pitch correct audio.
Well, I present to you my favorite dish. Okay. From the South. With a hint of hits. Thank you. Bon appetit.
That definitely does not sound like Jamie Foxx. So if you're saying Jamie Foxx, it's not him. Though I do have to say that if it was Jamie Foxx, he changed his voice so much to the point that, like, no one would even be able to recognize his voice. But the clues don't match up. The height doesn't match up. But here's just an interview clip of Bow Wow just to compare the voice. It's an interview. Let me fast forward it so you can hear him talking. Let's go here.
Those days, but just having an experience, just learning, and just being able to do something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, 20 years.
So compare that to this.
I present to you my favorite dish.
So yeah, it sounds like him. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments section. Let's see here. It looks like a lot of you guys are agreeing with me. Some of you are saying, like Tori says, Kevin Hart. I don't think it's Kevin Hart. Phillies 4100 made a really good point. You have to remember there's a lot of rules you have to follow with this show. One of the rules are you cannot sing your own show. You just can't. Your own song, your own show. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Julia, stop laughing, will you? You can't sing your own song. And that's because if I was, say, I don't know, Michael Bublé, and I decided to sing Home, I would sound exactly like my record, and there would be no point. Well, you're still laughing at me. Don't make me turn this camera around.
Just on the top of your head. Michael Bublé.
Why? Because I listen to Bublé so much? My wife is making fun of me. See, this is why you guys want to see more of my wife on my YouTube channel than me, because she just makes fun of me all the time. She's so mean. Isn't she mean? There we go. The show needs more people to vote next season. You know, it's interesting because these people who actually go to the show actually do vote. It's just a different way of doing it versus us actually voting at home. I don't think the live version of the show would work at all. But let's go ahead and continue our audio tour. Next, we'll go with the Night Angel. Here's no pitch correct.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy, but, don't be scared. Just chill.
Okay, and here is the pitch correct version.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy, but, don't be scared. Just chill.
Okay, so I'm still going with Candy Burris. It sounds like Candy to me. Here is an interview clip of Candy, if it wants to load, because, you know, it hasn't been loading lately. Let's listen. Oh, no, that's not it. Why are you playing that? Here you go.
Cynthia was very honest about her feelings and the fact that she felt like he was dissing her.
So that sounds like it to me.
Cynthia.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy.
Now, the interesting thing is that if you know the Night Angel, like a week ago had a British accent, and the week before that had a British accent, and now she doesn't have a British accent. She really tried there to fool us, but we got her. Do you guys agree? I mean, like even Carolyn says over here, Candy, 100%. Bree says Candy is a Night Angel. Jassy Jones says it's definitely Candy. So it looks like a lot of you guys, this seems like the only person you guys can all agree upon it actually being that person. Let's see here. Rambo says, when I saw how steamed Julia got over the price of lobster roll, I knew Julia was just like me. I think she's a riot. I forgot we even did that video.
I still can get over that.
All right. Let me go back for a second here. I know a lot of you guys here for The Masked Singer, but before I started the YouTube channel for me and Julia traveling the world because she's from Ukraine and we literally travel everywhere. And the one video that this person's referring to is a vlog we did. We took a day trip up to Cape Cod from New York City. And yeah, it took us like 6.5 hours each way.
What are you talking about? It took us 15 hours to get back home.
Was it 15 hours? Oh, that's
15
right.
hours.
It took us 15 hours to get home because of traffic in New York City. Anyway, long story short, you know, you do the touristy thing. Someone said that the best lobster roll ever was at this one place. And we went there. And, you know, you go there, you order it, and it was literally a tourist trap. It was like $40 for a lobster roll, which we're from South.
Excuse me, it was 42.
Oh, it was $42. I'm sorry. Wife's correcting me. She's always right.
We managed to get the extra large one.
Yeah, we got the extra large one. And if you watch the video, the extra large looks very tiny, A. And B, it was $42.
It was a hot dog bun.
It was a hot dog bun with lobster meat in it. We're from the shore. French
fries and a little tiny tray of French fries.
My favorite is that just this past week we got a stuffed lobster and it cost us $12, and it was a jumbo lobster stuffed with crab meat.
With crab meat, it was a
baked potato and coleslaw.
Yeah.
So that's a story we'll never live down. But you can watch that video in our YouTube channel. So that's Julian. When Julie and I do videos, something always goes wrong. So
no,
we're always entertaining.
Videos, it's when we travel. Something always goes sideways. I don't know how, but something always does.
Something always goes sideways.
It's just
like the time we went to Vegas and I made reservations at a hotel for the wrong date.
Not only the wrong date, but the date that we were supposed to leave.
Yes. So we're supposed to stay at Paris in Vegas. This was last year. Hey,
no. That story needs to be told from the beginning. First of all, we got evacuated. Mind you, for a second, from the canyon, right. Because it rained first time in 5 years.
Joel, let's pause in this. If you want to hear this whole story, join us on Friday at 7 p.m. as we do a live stream. Remind me in the comments section that day to tell you that story, because it went from an evacuation in the middle of the desert where literally it was like a tornado was coming in. We had to pull over. It was hailing. It was awful.
Yeah,
and I got pictures of it in a convertible. And then we had to still drive 6 hours back to Vegas. Oh my God.
Covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Oh, anyway, remind me in our live feed on Friday. It's not, because this is supposed to be just about The Masked Singer. We only have 15 minutes left, Jules, so stop it. Okay? Stop bringing up stories. Oh, God. She's climbing all over the bed like a cat because she's playing with the cat. So anyway, let's go back to the pitch correct because we only have 15 minutes. So next we'll go through the rhino. Here's the rhino without pitch correct.
My favorite dish, when I'm in rhino country, cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs. So now, is my name on the tip of your tongue?
So now, as you could tell with the pitch modulation, they slowed down his voice and pitched it down. Now here's the regular pitch correct.
My favorite dish, when I'm in rhino country, cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs. So now, is my name on the tip of your tongue?
So, going through it all and listening to the audio, besides the clues already matching up, I'm going with Barry Zito still. Barry Zito used to be a baseball player. Here's an interview clip just to kind of hear him talking.
Oh, that was the most accurate baseball movie that there is.
I mean, compare that to this.
My favorite dish.
Yeah.
When I'm in rhino country.
Yeah, I know. It's spot on. And the last person we haven't done so yet, because we only have about 13 minutes left, is the turtle. This is the turtle without pitch correct.
It's crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips with an apple salsa for all your clue cravings.
The funny thing is, because I kept on saying apple salsa, isn't just applesauce? But turns out he's referring to the Big Apple. It's a kind of weird comparison, right, Joel?
What?
He says applesauce. Apple salsa.
No, it's Big Apple, isn't it?
Well, that's what he's referring to.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Now, here's the pitch correct version.
Crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips with an apple salsa for all your clue cravings.
So, I'm still sticking with Jesse. Let me pull up his interview audio. What are you doing, Joel? Are you falling apart?
No, follow me now.
My poor wife. She's falling apart because she's trying to follow the cat. Oh, Julia never used to be allowed in the same room when I do these videos because she's a distraction. But here's the audio we have for Jesse.
The fans came up to me on my last tour with the Backstreet Boys, and I started actually an Instagram hashtag.
So compare that to this.
It's crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips.
Yeah, it seems like that's our boy right there. So, to recap, tonight we have the top 5 going to the show. I think the kitty's getting revealed, who I think it's Jackie Ivanko. We have 4 other contestants, which will be on next week's show, which I'm going through and I'm saying is the turtle, which we're going with Jesse McCartney, the frog, Little Bow Wow. We have the rhino, Barry Zito, and we have the night angel, Candy Burris. So hopefully I answered a lot of your questions and a lot of your guesses and confirmed via the audio and maybe some clues on who I think people are. If you have any other questions during the show, you can send me a message on my Instagram at Joey Contino. Follow me on there. I put up a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and I'll put on today's soup. You can see what I made for Julia today. And, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a great episode. There'll be an after show. We'll be watching that. We're going to have Donny Osmond on the after show, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's see if any questions are coming up. Jenny. Lashana says, I can't believe Jenny guessed Barry Zito and Candy Burris last week. We talked about that in my video this past week where I'm just like, there's no way they didn't tell her that was who it is. There's no way. I'm sorry. She's not that good at taking guesses and things like that to pull those out of the air. Now, if you want to watch any of the reveal videos that I have, because I went through all the clues for all these guys, every clue for every character, you can go ahead and click one of the links in the description below, and you can look at all those clues and listen to the audio on there. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and now you have 10 minutes to ask me any questions. So feel free to ask me any questions. I'm going to look on my Instagram here. Let's see. Jewel, what are you doing over there? She's attacking your feet. The cat is attacking your feet.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, Julia. I like how Julia's complaining about the cat going after her feet when she's going after the cat. Carly B88 says, who do I want to win? I really wanted Barry to win, but I think the frog is going to win. Oh, by the way, I remembered someone just mentioned me. Someone mentioned me in an article, express.co.uk or whatever it is, mentioned actually my name in an article, which is kind of cool. They said that we leaked who the winner was going to be for the show. And I'm assuming as the show gets closer to the finale, because the finale is now, if you don't count today's episode, 2 episodes away, we'll probably get a lot of mentions. So thank you guys for being fans and help pushing my name. So that's pretty cool. They want to see the kitty. Can you bring Nala over? Or is she in a play mood?
She's in a I'm gonna kill you mode. So.
She's in a killer mode right now. So Van wants to know who's my favorite guest judge. Probably Joe McHale. I wish that hey Nala.
I just put my head off.
I wish that one person from the very, very first season of The Masked Singer in South Korea would come on, which is what are you doing? Don't bring the toy over here. You should look at the camera. I wish Ryan Reynolds would be a guest judge to answer that question. Caden wants to know, how am I doing during quarantine? Well, I'm doing a live feed with a cat in my hand, and my wife is playing with a cat toy. I think that's safe to say that I'm going crazy. Oh, bye, Nala. Someone wants to know, whatever happened, Tyler Fan Live wants to know what happened to Fox and Wayne Brady. I have no idea. I don't know why they haven't gone ahead and given him his trophy yet. Karen says, I want the Rhino to win, and I love you, Joey. Love you guys right back. You guys are seriously the best fans ever. Oh, also, I'm going to put a post in the community tab here on YouTube. Let me know, asking you guys what kind of videos you want to see once The Masked Singer is over in 2 weeks. Bree says, which unmasked contestant do I miss the most? Donny Osmond, because he was so good. Who's my favorite singer of all time? Sinatra. Frank Sinatra. Very easy.
You cheat on Bublé?
Bublé is my favorite alive jazz singer, okay?
I'll tell him.
Tori says, Joey, Jenny's watching you. If she is, then tell her to reach out to me. That'd be fun to interview her on this channel, too. No, I think Ken would be my favorite to have on here. Robin seems pretty cool. I think I met Robin once. I did meet Robin. I met Robin on my first day of my job. I remember that. Do you remember I told you the first day of my job, Robin Thicke came in?
Yes.
Yeah. I was sitting in the lobby, and he walked in with nobody, like just himself, and just came over and introduced himself. He was really nice. I totally forgot I had met him once. God, I've been doing this show for 3 years, and I forgot that.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. I have met a lot of people. Who would I be on the show? A crab. Alvin says, I solved another clue from the previous clue. Did you know that, Joey? Well, what was the clue? What did you solve? We're 7 minutes away from the show. 6 minutes now, depending where you're watching from. Karen says, I would love one non-celebrity to be in the cast. It'd be like the 1 or 6th or 7th place. Would throw everyone off. So you guys are asking for a really, really big curveball on the show, and I think that'd be fun. I really would like a nice curveball. Dylan says, I have a good question for Friday. Can I ask it now? No, we gotta wait for Julia, because you guys mostly have questions for Julia.
Well, I'm here.
You're not here, Julia. This is my time with them. You can have them on Friday. I like how my hair's shaking back and forth. Caitlin says, Joey, is Masked Singer coming back from season 4? Yes, they announced that season 4. They're going to have it in the fall. Start filming in August. So, Masked Singer has been renewed. Yes, they have.
No,
I have to leave, blah, 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 blah. So it looks like all you guys got to go. Someone's asking what kind of soup. I'll post a picture of my soup in the other room. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Joey Contino. And if you have any questions during the show, I will respond to you. I try to respond to messages as soon as possible. Sometimes I get a couple hundred messages at the same time. It kind of gets hard to answer them. Jave wants to know what kind of costume I would like to see in season 4. Well, crab, of course. Let's see here. Someone sent me audio.
Extra clues during after the mask.
So Amin Walker wants to know, are there any other clues in After the Mask? There is always one clue, but it's never anything like oh my god, that really helped. So hopefully that answers that for you guys. David says that Joey should be a guest host or judge for next season. I would love that.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be fun.
But then you can't be a contestant.
Then I can't be a contestant.
And we're in the
Or I could be a guest and be a contestant if it's a week that only plot twist. Yes, plot twist. Anyway, we got 3 minutes until showtime. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell button kind of thing. And give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to go. I'm losing my voice, and I need some soup. I definitely smoosh that button, right? Smoosh that button. Charlie, welcome to hell. Or hello, Charlie. Welcome to hell. I think I did it just like that. We haven't made T-shirts yet. We're going to have to make T-shirts. I know only you guys really understand that. But I'm going to go, once again, go on Twitter and retweet that thing. Maybe we can get Ken's attention. Thank you for joining me, guys. You guys are the best. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. And as always, Charlie, welcome to hell. Bye.